Chlorinated biphenyls, PCBs for short, are man-made chemicals that are harming the environment and humans. These chemicals are not good for us and can cause skin conditions like rashes, and can also cause even more harmful effects like poisoning and even cancer. It is estimated that over half the PCBs ever produced have been released into the environment. This video will be focused on PCBs and their effects on birds.
Today we are meeting with the main birdman of the Central Department of PCBs. He will explain the problems with PCBs and why they are dangerous to birds, as well as other useful facts he knows.
Hey guys, I'm the Birdman, and I'm from the Central Department of the PCBs. I am the head researcher of PCBs and their effects on birds. I am here today to tell you about what is happening to our birds involving PCBs.
Whoa!
There are birds dying all over due to the PCBs that are and have been released into the environment.
Why is this happening? How are all these PCBs getting into the environment?
Well, as you see, Roger, PCBs are human-made chemical compounds containing carbon, hydrogen, and chloride. PCBs were used in electrical equipment such as transformers and capacitors, but they were banned in 1979 due to their danger to the environment. PCBs got into the environment through leaks and spills, as well as improper storage. These PCBs make their way into the air and water, and eventually end up in living organisms. They build up in the food chain and get built up in the top predator, in our case, birds, such as bald eagles and me.
The PCBs enter the ocean through spills, leaks from electrical and other equipment, and improper storage. Once in the water, the PCBs can travel all around the world through the water cycle and end up impacting the food chain. The PCBs travel up the food chain and end up at birds. These birds are either at the top of the food chain or are eaten by an animal higher up on the food chain.
In a study done by Sarah De Leon, a graduate student at Cornell University's Laboratory of Ornithology, Timothy DeVoogd and Andre Daunt, two professors at Cornell University, they discovered that PCBs cause songbirds to sing different songs than usual.
We are back with the Birdman with a few more questions to ask him. Mr. Birdman, can you tell us where in the environment do these PCBs build up?
Well, Rogers, PCBs attach to sediments in rivers and in lakes and are eventually released into the water and air. From there, they can travel throughout the world and interfere with food chains all over. PCBs build up in animals and eventually accumulate in the highest consumers.
What are the impacts of PCBs on living and non-living parts of the environment, Mr. Birdman?
Well, Rogers, that is a very good question. PCBs accumulate in all things in the food chain, but the most are found in the top predator. PCBs also collect in soil and water.
PCBs did have a purpose before they were banned in the 1970s. They were used in electrical equipment as well as in motor oil, oil-based paint, and plastics. But since they were banned, alternatives have been used in their place. PCB-filled transformers are coming to the end of their service lives, so safer alternatives have come into place to replace the more dangerous, older PCB-filled ones. These transformers contain an approved dielectric fluid, such as silicone oils or transformer-grade mineral oil.
We're back with Birdman one more time with one final question for him. What are some things everyone can do to get rid of PCBs, sir?
Good question, young man. PCBs can be effectively destroyed by incineration at 1000 degrees Celsius. It is not recommended that any non-professionals do this, as it can lead to dangerous consequences. One way that anyone can help out is to throw away any garbage and always recycle. Always properly dispose of any product made with PCBs, or the consequences could be fatal.